All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John over here at Pro Craps on Casino Gaming TV. So, not a whole lot to talk about today, actually. We're gonna roll some dice. I'm gonna play some actual craps with you this morning. Yesterday we did an hour, basically, of no playing. Today I'm gonna play a little bit. But before we start that, let's do our kind of morning warm up here. We'll go through the top 10 badass crappers. I'm all jacked up. There we go. All right, just quick reminders, a couple things. One is Friday Night Fights. I'll be dealing with Craig from OBC. Is going to defend his crown against, I forget who it is already. Who is it? Casino Gaming TV. Let me go check the website. There's an actual website for this, casinogaming.tv. I think he's playing somebody new, right? I should be ready, more prepared in the morning. See, that's what happens. My wife actually had a little operation yesterday, so I'm a little bit jacked up. Colonel Potter plays Colonel Potter tomorrow, Friday night. So let's make sure we get out there for that. Next Tuesday is the next Chiro versus Chris match for the grudge match. Excuse me. Make sure you're getting signed up. Go to casinogaming.tv to get yourself signed up to play in the heads-up matches. They're really, really fun. So it's just good time. So get in there. The more, and like I think Jeff said this on Craps Chat, the more interaction we get live with everybody, the bigger this thing grows for all of us. So get on there and do that. Also, just a reminder what's coming up here on this channel. I'm going to start the daily paychecks probably today. We'll see. I got to find the time to do it. You know, I have a job, so it's like I can't do this morning show plus the daily paycheck plus the nighttime practice and not interfere with work. So I'm trying to figure out when. It might be like a lunchtime thing. So, but I'm going to do our daily paycheck every day. I'm going to do, like I've been doing the same strategy for 4 straight days. I'll switch the next week to a different strategy for 4 days, just to kind of get a sense of, you know, can it work over time? Number one, and also if you want to jump in and help us out and do it with us, that would be awesome. So I would love to have you there. So let's see what else is going on. Craps team play, we're going to work on that too. I haven't set any rules yet for this. I haven't set a time frame yet, but I will say this: if you think team play sounds like fun, and you want to form a team. Talk to folks in chat, get a team together. Let me know in Discord in the Craps League channel, and we'll do some test runs of what it could look like coming up in the next few weeks or so. So that's your kind of warm up thing. Also, if you guys would put together maybe just a quick in your brain or whatever, a shout out to Sue, Vince's wife Sue. I'm not sure if you saw it yesterday. I was going through the chat and reading all the chats from yesterday's show, and he wrote out there that, you know, we're talking about the Craps for the Cure thing, which by the way is our next slide. Talking about this, and he said his wife's boss was biking in a cancer fundraiser and got run over by a truck and died. So Sue's boss passed away over the weekend in a freak accident in a cancer fundraiser, which is insane. So I'm sure she's pretty shaken up by that. So if you guys would, just whatever you do, pray, throw a moment of silence at Sue and Vince, for Sue especially, because it's kind of tough to lose a boss, especially in a way like that. So that's kind of crappy. So anyway, just thoughts and prayers go out to Sue, and Sue, of course, to your boss's family. So let's see. Vince has prompted me to go check, or not Vince, Skill said, go check your chats. What's going on out here? I did not see the finals of the Trio Challenge last night, Skill, but I'm guessing, were you part of that somehow? I don't know. I'm going to go check that out. I got beat so bad in that Trio final. AZ he come out 7 to me twice in a row and wiped my bankroll in like 3 rolls. So I got crushed. I have not been watching. I'll go watch later on today though. So Skill wants you to go watch that, the finals. That would be, I think, pretty cool to watch. All right, let's see what else is happening here in my world. Not a whole lot, actually. Let's talk about this. What's on the screen here? The Craps for the Cure. So as you know, November 18th, I'm going to show you this every day for a while, right? The 18th and 19th of November at Casino Quest. Details to follow as far as, you know, times and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to work with Michael Feldman, who's a casino host, on getting us some room rates. So if I can get us some rates reductions from him, that would be really cool. I might even get him to be there with us. That'd be actually even cooler. So if those of you who want to challenge the dice control stuff, get to talk to one of the guys who does it for a living. But he's also a host, and I'm going to talk to him later today and see if we can't get some deals on rooms for those of you who don't have your own host, like me, and who don't have all the comps and stuff like that. So I'll get you some more information on that as soon as I can. But the events we have planned are on screen here. Think of things you want to see us do. We have 24 hours to fill. Lots of cool things we can do. I want to make it interesting. I don't want to be at the table the entire 24 hours. I think that there's a little bit of that can certainly happen for sure. Some gameplay, which we didn't do last year. Some amount of interviews. Question is, who do you want to see interviewed? That's a good thing. I think, one person I'll probably bring in to this is Tony Leo. We've been talking for a while about me bringing him in for a hard-hitting interview at some point, because Tony's a great guy. I love Tony. His methods of play are different for sure. And there's folks out there that think it's a bunch of crap. Fine. Let's have Tony on and let's talk about it. Let's actually go through and see his brain works a little differently, which is good. I think you need to have that different perspective on it. So he lives in Vegas. I'll see if I can get him on there. Maybe even we'll get Garrison out there and we'll see what we can do about getting some live guests in the studio there. So who do you want to see? What do you want to see? Let us know. Let us know all the things you want to see. Skill has confirmed, by the way, yes, he was in the finals and made the top 10 twice. No spoilers. I have a feeling, Vince or Skill, that you did pretty good in this thing. I saw the leaderboard early. I was like, oh my God, Skill crushed this thing. I just had a bad run when I was with him, so it was unfortunate. Hopefully he does it again, because that's a really cool way of doing a long runner tournament with a bunch of people. I think AZ is a forward thinker in this realm for sure. So we can all learn a lot from how he approaches all that stuff. One thing that can't be RCA, by the way, and I'll put it out here, not so much as a poll, although I could do as a poll, I guess, but just maybe in chat, just answer this question for me, everybody, because it came up. For the venue, let's assume, God forbid, that 100 people come to this thing, right? This fundraiser. What are we gonna do with all of you? We can't have 100 people in Casino Quest the entire time. But also 100 people is 100 people. Is it worth it, or is it smart of us to do like an entry fee? Like if you're gonna come to the venue and play with us at Casino Quest, that it's like a $20 to get in or something like that. All to the charity, of course, but that way it kind of limits maybe the number of people who show. I don't know. Or it just is another little boost to the charity. I don't know. We're gonna have to buy some water and stuff like that anyway. We need some expenses covered. But if you think about that, just let me know in chat if that's something that you would be agreeable to. Saying, yeah, if you come in, you're gonna be on site for the thing. Little donation to the charity to get you in the door, kind of a deal. I don't know if that this is another way to kind of raise some funds for the thing. So just think about that. Maybe in chat say yay or nay, something like along those lines, just so I have an idea of where you all stand on that, and we'll talk through it. I have plans to talk to some people, by the way. We're going to talk to Starbucks about supplying us with coffee. We're going to talk to local water company out there to supply us with water bottles, so we don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to keep ourselves hydrated and awake all night long. Maybe we'll find a donut shop that can bring us some food. Something along with that. So I try to make this thing zero expenses if we can, and get some sponsorships in there as well. Again, it's a great cause. It's just a great cause, and everything's going to go to it. So that's the thing. So you guys can talk about it in chat, what y'all have ideas on. So, on point. I was hoping you could go, man. That's a bummer. So anyway, yeah, that is a bummer. But yeah, I hear you there. It's unfair to weigh in on it if you don't want to do it. Or if you can't be there, I get your vote. But would you, if you were to go, is it the right thing to do for us or not to make donations? There's going to be so many things, so many chances to kind of throw money at this charity, between the fundraiser or the auctions that we're going to run, the silent and the public auctions that they're going to be bidding on how well we throw. There's so many things we're going to do to like nickel and dime everybody for donations. I don't know that an entry fee really makes that much sense. Personally, I think let's just go ahead and donate on the games, but we'll do that. Ooh, I saw a 50-50 raffle. That's a great one for sure. A raffle fee I think is fantastic. There you go. And you're right about this, Duracell. Casino Quest is donating their facility to us for 24 hours. They're going to basically make zero money for a whole day. That's their donation is what you call an in-kind donation. So yeah, I mean, they're doing a big thing. So think about what you would probably already pay. Anyway, you all think about it. Anyway, open to your thoughts. Open to your thoughts. It's wide open right now. We have made zero decisions except for the fact that we're going to be there. The only decision we know is that we're going to be there, and that's it. So there it goes. All right, let's go to the next slide here and talk about some dice control. So it's been a while since we've talked about DI. So your daily dose of DI for today is going to be this topic. And this might take me a hot minute to get through. By the way, Joe from Craftmaster Journey has been doing this enormously long, amazingly detailed series on dice control. He's getting, like, my first dice control series was really about, the theoretical piece of it. What happens if you can do it? Joe's diving into, like, where you drop your dice, how you hold them. He's getting very into the mechanics of it. I'm really not. This daily dose of DI that I do here is more opinion based for the most part. It's just my thoughts on things. A lot of times it's a hot take on what somebody has said to me over chat or email or something, so I can kind of get some words out about it. Today, though, I want to get into something tactical here, which is part of the goal of reducing variables to create variance. And I think we should talk about what is going on here. And there's this whole, and I said this in a previous segment about the belief in dice control and why I hate the word believe in it, because believe in it means there's like, it's a phantom. Do you believe in ghosts or not, right? Dice control is a matter of overcoming physics. The physics of what I'm about to show you. All the things that can go wrong have to go perfect. Now, there is a world in which that is possible to do. So it's not a ghost that you're chasing. It's whether or not a human can actually pull this off. So let me go over to the table really quick, and I want to work you through some of the physics that are involved here, some of the variables that are out there that I think we have to overcome to create variance. Let me go ahead and switch screens and run into the zoom in view here with the big dice. And let's talk about all the things, and I want you to count them off with me, all the things that can go wrong with a toss. So here's your hardware set. And if you're going to toss the dice, let's first talk about what absolute random is, okay? With no trying to impart control. So if you think about the way that you would hold the dice, a random thrower may grab them like this. They may grab them like this. They may just be shaking them and hucking them, right? There's that piece. Like, how'd you hold them? How did you throw them? So again, a purely random throw or set of throws is thrown differently every time. There's a different rate of speed at which they're thrown. There's a different direction in which they're thrown. There's a different height, all the things that can change. If you just don't care about anything with related to DI, you're going to throw them different probably every single time. So there's an element of randomness right out of the gate, which is what angle toward the back wall are the dice going when they leave your hand? How are you holding them when they left your hand? At what height off the table were they when they left your hand? At what angle this way or this way were they when you? All those things are just different, right? There's speed, there's attack angle, there's release angle, there's the release trajectory, right? How hard did you throw them is another variable. Where'd they land? Again, if you're randomly throwing them, they're going to land here, 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 against the wall, right? Where they land is different every time. The angle at which they come down from the sky and hit is different every time. They may be coming in low, they may be coming in high. They may hit here, 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 or here. They may bounce up high, low, medium. They may hit the wall on the way up. They may hit the wall on the way down. All of those variables exist in every throw. The person who's throwing the dice randomly, we jokingly call them Randy, right? Random Randy, changes all of that on every single throw. None of that is the same for Random Randy, which again ensures a random result. It ensures a random result. Unless you can do all of those things exactly the same every single time, the result is necessarily going to be random the second that it leaves your fingers, right? That's the whole point of it. Now, what the influencer is trying to do is remove some of those factors. So if you say there's 10 things, for argument's sake, that can make a throw random. The 10 things being, let's say, your grip, your launch direction, your launch speed, your launch angle, the velocity, the distance that they go, where they land in the landing zone, how they hit the wall, and how fast they hit it. All those things are variables. And the dice influencer is saying, well, I'm going to remove as many variables as I can. And that's the practice. The practice is, well, let's make sure that, for one, we're always square to the back wall. For two, we're always gripping it the same way. For three, our release point is always the exact same. It's always right there every single time. It's right there every single time. Well, I just screwed it up. You see where they are on the C? If every time you're doing the exact same thing, I can't even, look, I got these big dice, I'm here, I can't even do it here. I'm trying to get them to cover the C every single time, and I'm failing, just like that. That's a variable, right? Your grip, how far you go before you release, how high up you are, the angle of the dice at the point of release. Are they here? Are they perpendicular? Are they on the angle? If you can consistently have the same grip, the same release velocity, the same squareness to the back wall, the same release point, the same angle of the dice at release point, and the exact same flat landing point. Now you can't see it, I'll put it here. The exact same point that they land, and they land flat. You've removed like 7 of the 10 ways to create randomness, right? So instead of 10 degrees of random, you've reduced it down to 3. Now, the last 3 things are big ones, right? The table hit, the back wall hit, and the re-hit on the table are the 3 that you lose control over. All you can control is where they hit and maybe how they hit. But after that, you're kind of at the mercy of the room, and that's where the non-belief comes in and says, well, you can control all that stuff. You can be the perfect. Matter of fact, they built a machine that does pretty much exactly that. Drops them right here flat every single time. And the machine couldn't even guarantee anything consistent. So what makes you think that you can? But again, the influencer is trying to reduce the number of variables in an effort to create some variance, and hoping that by reducing from 10 crazy things that can happen wrong to only 3 things that can happen wrong, at least you've given yourself a chance. And I said this on my rollout last night. All I'm trying to do here is give these dice a chance to succeed. Okay, come back to the screen here. It's an important thing to hear is an influencer, by and large, is trying to give the dice a chance to succeed, not guarantee success, not predict success, but give them a chance to succeed. Put them in the best possible spot, so doing all the things they can right, removing 7 out of the 10 variables that produce randomness, and saying, well, I'm going to give it the best shot at those last 3 things, having a minimal impact on the outcome. That's really what's being done here. So for what it's worth, as I practice and practice and practice, and I find that I'm more consistently getting my spin, hitting my spot, and still seeing the dice scatter sometimes, I realized this point that I'm reducing every variable that I can from the world, right? I'm making the world an even playing field until that point. And I'm giving them the best chance I can to do the right thing at the end. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. What I'm finding is that right now, I'm averaging about 5% over random. I'm giving them a 5% better chance by doing all their things right to succeed. When I look at my stats, that's what I see. I see a 5% variance that I've created in certain parts of the throw that I'm looking at, certain parts of the outcomes I'm seeing, 3 to 5%. Not a lot, but there is something there when I give them a chance to work. And that's really all that it's all about. So anyway, I hope that made some sense. We can go more in depth into the mechanics and the physics of the throws that I'm working through, excuse me, if you'd like to, but I want to get a theoretical kind of what DI is after. It's reducing the number of things that can go wrong to a small number of things that can go wrong that will still oftentimes, most of the time, all the time go wrong. But if you drive your car into a ditch, instead of hitting the car in front of you, you got a better chance of surviving. That's kind of what we're doing here. Give yourself the best chance to live. So there it is. And yeah, Victor, and I'm going to jump in on a comment here because I think it's important. I know you all having your own conversation, but I want to put this up here. It's volatility we need to worry about. I think the DI is trying to reduce volatility. They're trying to create variance and reduce the crazy and have it be here. You're going to have, jaggedy runs. You just don't want to have big swings. Like big swings are where you can lose a bunch of money. Be careful about it. And James says the alligator's your Achilles heel. Remember, you don't have to hit the diamonds. And this is an important thing. You don't have to hit, there's no rule that says hit the diamonds. Hit the back wall is a rule, right? Hitting the bottom part of the back wall is legitimate. Hitting a bounce at the very back end of the wall that hits the bottom of the bottomest most diamond and comes straight back down, it's a legitimate throw. And that's what a lot of guys like Ed are trying to do. They're trying to get as close to that back wall as they can with as little energy as possible to barely kiss the bottom and barely touch one of the bottom 1 or 2 rows of diamonds and have them kind of just gently be released down to the table again instead of up and then causing all the crazy spinning, right? There's a part of the variable that you're reducing there is trajectory and angle that you're predicting where it's going to hit. That's an interesting piece of this. And I think if you give it the time that it deserves and really look at what the goals are, what a guy's trying to do, you'll understand it better. Now, again, whether you believe it's possible to do that, whole different conversation, right? The trust or whatever, that a human can pull that off, that's a different conversation. This is just about what are we trying to do? What is the goal of a controlled throw? And that's it. So there it is. All right, that's the Daily Dose of DI for today. Again, high level theoretical, just my top of mind thoughts on this topic here, just to give you food for thought, is what you're trying to do when you're throwing the dice. And what if you have friends that are throwing the dice in a certain way and you don't like it because you wish your friends weren't chasing a unicorn, this is the unicorn that they're chasing. Just reducing the number of things that can go wrong. Give your dice a chance to succeed, and that's it. All right. Here we go. Let's see. What else do you want to talk about? I think I screwed this up too. There's the top 10 list. I did put out here the Come Recycler today, and somebody else gave me another version of the 5 or 9 $40 thing. I think it was Troy from Point 7 Out was talking about a $15 4 that pays 27 that goes down to a buy bet for 40 on that first hit, and then you can rack a black after that. That's a variation of that first one. I think the Come Recycler is pretty cool to look at. And I also think that playing the 4 and 10 with a hard way, like my Bank Street, the math on that is actually kind of a cool thing to look at. So let's go back to the table again. And I want to show you a couple of these things, and then we'll move on. Let's go back over here. Where's my zoom in view? Let's become Voltron. Voltron. That's a blast from the past. My goodness. And yes, Victor, oh my God, most crapsters overbet. Here's the reason why. I said this before. The reason why casinos don't give a crap about dice controllers is because people who think they can control the dice way overbet what they're capable of doing, for sure. All right, let's look at a couple of things here. Let's look at one of my badass craps moves is the Come Recycler, I call it. Okay, let's take a simple example. Let's do a $20 come bet. We'll look at our total risk factor. $20 come bet goes to the 8. We'll drop single odds, so $10 on it. So again, we're going to reduce house edge by a little bit, but not by a lot. And when that pays, the way this pays, again, $20 at risk, you're going to get paid 10 in the front and 12 in the back. And if you take your initial bet back and go back out at $12, you got a $12 8 with $10 in profit in one hit. And you had the advantage, that one roll advantage that the come bettors love, which is the 7 or 11 paying you here in the come. That's a really cool thing. Versus, and again, you have to do it at the same risk level. Okay, the same risk level on a 6 or 8 would be at $18 at risk. So for the one roll, this bet's at risk, right? So the come better has the advantage here over the place better. Okay, if that does hit though, it's $21, which is awesome. $21. He goes in with his $10. Now, with what you do with 21 is up to you, obviously. Let's just same bet it, so we have a good basis of comparison here. And again, this comes down. We get paid our $22, and he's out for 22. back in his rack. He's going to get paid another 21. And so it looks like they're in similar situations, right? In the rack, right? There's 22 bucks in profit there, and there's 42 in profit here because they started out with a little bit bigger risk, but you don't have that one roll advantage. So I like the come recycling. I like to put a come bet in, let it travel, drop odds, let it come down and get paid, and then use that payment to go ahead and sometimes grab my next bet. And then I can place bet it from there. So the come recycler is a kind of a cool move that I think people who get in this come betting mentality never jump out of come bets. I'm looking to take a come bet, let it have that advantage, let me get the better odds payment up here, and then once it pays, I'm on to a place bet with it. And I just drop it right out there, and now I'm playing free willy because I got my initial bet back in that first hit. I like getting that first bet back, my money back in that first hit. So that's the come kind of recycler thing. And then I want to show you the next one, which is ways to kind of like, this is how the 410 Bank Street got created, by the way. Look at bet like your net win. So I want to show you something. Let's do like a $20 buy 10, and we'll do a $15 hard 10. I'm not sure if you can see the hard 10. You can't see it. If we had that bet set up, let's look at what happens here. Here's the badass move. That we know that this 20 Vegas side is going to pay 40 bucks. Let's say it's an easy 10. Let's say that we got a 4 and a 6. Easy 10. Okay. We win 40 here. We lose 15 here. You replace 15 from your winnings and you rack a quarter. Okay. That's a little bit of a little math trick for you there. Okay. So when I set these up, we set them up specifically in that way to be able to rack a quarter. Now, if I want to rack a black, what I do is this. Here's my favorite one, which is a $50 hard 10 and a $75 buy 10. And how that works is, again, on the easy 10, you're going to lose 50 bucks, which is terrible. But 75 pays 150. So you put your 50 bucks back and you're racking a black. And again, it's not a move so much as it's a math problem. When you're doing the 4 and 10 work great this way, where you can set this up in such a way that it pays enough to recover and racks the color that you want. I love that kind of move. And if it comes out that it's a hard 10 like that, what happens is this. You're going to win 150 up here, right? And then you're going to win 7 times 5 is 35. So 350, you win on the hard way. Well, look what that ends up being. That ends up being 1, 2, 300, 400. Come on, John, 500 bucks. That's a purple chip, right? So the 50 hard way and the 75 easy way on a hard way wins you a purple chip. If it's an easy way, it wins you a black chip. That's like one of my favorite little math problems ever, is this right here. 75 and 50 on the 4 and the 10. That's the Bank Street. And I think it's a badass move, not because the move is anything special, but the math works out so perfectly that you can rack a black or a purple on those hits. If you can afford to play at that level, 75, 75, 150, 50 and 50, 100, 250 per shooter, that's a really cool way to make some money. That's why I call it the Bank Street. You gotta survive the 7. So there's 2 moves for you. There's the come recycler, and again, it can be done at any level. So $10 goes to the 8. You can drop 15 in odds on it, which is not a bad move because your risk is 25 bucks in that case. You win 10 flat. You win 18 on the odds. The odds win just comes right back out, becomes your next place bet. Your money's back in your rack with a little bit of profit. Again, the come recycling, taking your come bet, letting it travel, recycling the wins into place bets. That's a free bet on the 8 with a little tiny bit of profit. And you had that one roll advantage the PSO doesn't get you. So you have a little bit of advantage here, recycle that money into here, and you're just playing with profit. So those are 2 slightly less than amazing badass moves, but they're still both badass moves, and I love them because keep them coming. I got 3 more ideas to go from y'all, and then we'll move on to the badass regression moves, and I'll start filming videos on what these moves actually are here. And again, I think there's room in the world for more top 10 videos. There's room in the world for us to talk about what your favorite ways to play are. And again, not just always from John's brain, it's got to be from all the brains. All right, there we go. So what else we want to do? I want to actually get here. I want to go to this, the Bankroll Blitz. So yesterday we led off with this, and I remember I gave you homework to think about how you would attack the table with your first 250, your working money, your last 250, which is your scared money. You lost everything but your last 250. What are you doing now? And your free betting 250, your FU money. I won $1,000 and I got an extra 250 sitting here. How am I going to go after the house with that money? So let's do each day a different take on this. Okay, and today I want to work on the working money, or I want to work on the 250 working money today. So let's look at some thoughts around this. This is called the blue collar craps move, right? This is your walk up strategy, right? Bought in for $1,000. I'm going to earmark 250 as my play, my in cycle money. It's my walk up money. I have no risk, or I risk, of course, but I have no fear yet because nothing bad has happened to me, right? My questions are these: are you going to be all in? Is your bet 250 across or something like that? Are you going to bet 250 on the don't, or 100 on the don't with 150 on odds? Are you doing something along those lines? Or are you going to leave some room for adjustment? Are you going to use that 250 as like $100 in play and 150 to kind of make an adjustment with it? Are you using the 250 per shooter, or do you consider the 250 a session? And is that a sequence of bets? Which is an interesting way to think about your walk-up strategy. And again, what's your exit plan based on session goal? Is your goal to turn the 250 into 275 and to be done? Turn the 250 into 350 and be done? Turn the 250 into your session goal and walk away from the casino? That's questions you got to think about with your first 250. If the first 250 makes you ask different questions than if it's your last 250. And that's the reason why I think it's important. I know some people, I know Duracell specifically yesterday said, what's the difference? It's money you brought. By and large, I believe the same thing. If I am going to play 250 per shooter and I have enough for 4 times, I'm just doing the same thing 4 times. But I can see where your strategy may be different to start out with and to finish with. So with those questions in mind, is you all in? Is there room for an adjustment? Is it per shooter, or is it a sequence of bets you're doing with the 250? Is that like a session within a session kind of a thing? So why don't we head back to our table and play around with it? And actually, before we do that, if you want to play along, oh, you know what? Let me get my iPad out. I will set, give me a second here. I think my iPad is charged. I hope it's charged. Is it charged? It's charged enough. Let me get it going here. And we'll do our crapsy. I'll set the table up right now. Leave that table. We're going to set up the new one. Come on, group tables. Where's my table? Do I need to stop the app to make it work? Because it doesn't just go away, right? Hold on. I should have set this up before I started. There we go. Oh, there it is. Okay. Group tables. There she blows. Okay, let's start the table up. All right, so the table's going that you see on here. M4F4Z2, that table is now open. And remember, I do, Crapsy does not require a paid account to participate in these games. It requires a paid account to create a game and be a dealer for a game. So, yeah, even so, it's $5 a month. It's well worth $5 a month. This is some pretty cool software. So, that's a subscription I'm more than happy to pay. Anyway, my craps table buy-in is $100. If you want to buy in for more money, just drop when you get in there. Just do the rebuy button, and I'll approve whatever you want to play for. My idea here is you can play this at $1 level and practice from $1 up to 5,000. I don't care what you do. Again, we're not competing here. This is a practice against my rolls kind of a thing. So you want to jump into Crapsy, get more money, play along with me. I will go ahead and roll the Crapsy numbers as well as the regular numbers in our normal roll tracker here too. So you get a little bit of both. So if you want to jump in, jump on in. Let me come out here and I'm going to play my way this morning. We're going to play the 350 double tap today. All right, or the 250 double tap is going to be our strategy of the day. Now, I'm going to take this tact of, and we can do this a number of ways. I'm going to put the iPad here in a way. A number of ways that I can approach this. And here's my bankroll. I got $1,000 right here. Actually, I've got $1,250. I have the 250 in front. There's a number of ways to approach this kind of a bankroll. $1,000. I can say, well, I'm going to play the same way against 10 people. $100, 96 across 10 times. That might be a way to play. You could say, I'm going to break this 250 250 of my money into something that's session based. Maybe this is 96 across and a $50 don't and $100 in arrears, right? That I can go and take this 100 and break it up and do some other things along with, right? You can look at this 250 as kind of a holistic way to do it, or you can look at the 250 as, well, I'm putting my hard hat on, I'm gonna go to work, and we're just gonna play 250 across on the shooters and try for something like a double tap sort of a thing. And we'll get out of here quick with 4 rolls if we can achieve 4 rolls. Let's play it that way today. I'm gonna play it that simplistic way of thinking. We're gonna go just 250 across, and it looks a little something like this. There's gonna be, I'll need some reds here in a minute, but there's 250. It goes like this. It looks like 50 and 50. I'll get $50 here for these greens. You're going to be at 40 and 40 on the 5 and 9. And you're going to be at 60 and 60 on the 6 and 8. That's your 250. And the idea here is that if any number hits twice, it's 2 black chips. That's my goal. My goal here is $200 out of this 250. That's my personal goal for this 250. Any 2 hits on any one number, that's 2 black chips. That's the rack 2 blacks. Okay. The other option here is that any 4 hits is also going to be $200. So either it's 4 hits of anything or 2 hits on one thing and we're out of the hand. That's my working man's way of doing this thing, right? I'm coming in here with 250 to make 200 3 times or 4 times. That's my actual goal. All right. Let's play this out that way and we'll see how we do. All right. We're going to have the puck off. We're going to come out here. First roll is going to be out. I'm going to not work the come outs today. Right. We talk about this all the time. Do you work come outs or not? I will not be working come outs. Primarily because if I'm going to be working come outs on place bets like this, I don't want to eat it on multiple 7s. I don't want to have 3 come out 7s take my money 3 times. Right. For that reason alone, I'm working the puck rhythm. We're going to miss out on points being set, but we're also going to hide from the 7 here, multiple 7s. So there's that. Here we go. Coming out. Get your bets in. The first roll is going to be 8. It'll be a 5, 3, 8. I'm going to bring the dice up. I think my mouse cursor is not in the right spot. There we go. All right, 5, 3, 8. Let's put that into the roll tracker too. I want the roll tracker to be accurate. 5, 3, 8. All right, so there's our point. Let's get our bets. Oh, I didn't put the button in Crapsy. There's your, Crapsy will now roll and give you your payments, and there's our point being set. Sorry, I'll get the better rhythm here with Crapsy. All right, points 8. Now my bets are on. I'm looking for either something to hit twice, any number to hit 2 times, or I'm looking for 4 total hits. Okay, we're putting the whole 250 at risk here. I'm going to work 250 4 times, try and win a couple $100 and get the hell out of here. If we can do it in the first roll, fantastic. All right, get your bets in. Dice are going out. Here we go. Let's get a 617. All right. I love Random Randy. I love me some Random Randy. 617. We're going to put that in, and we're already out. We're already burned, right? So my 250 is still sitting there. I'm just going to go and donate from the rack. 250 to the dealer, same bet. My rack now is down 250. 250 in play. Wow. Go, John, go. Here we go. Bets in. Get your bets in. Dice are out. New point coming. 3, 2, 5, the fever. 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, 5. Roll tracker has it as well. That's going to be our point. Over here is a 5. Now, again, same thing. Looking for 2 hits on any number or 4 total hits. Let's not have it be a second straight PSO. All right, here we go. Bets in. Dice are out. Come on, Crapsy. I'll accept that rebuy from whoever that was. All right, here we go. Bets in. Dice are out. Come on, let's do the right thing. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Welcome to the morning show, folks. Welcome to Morning Show with John. 527. 527. That's 2 straight PSOs. Bob's your uncle. All right, same thing. I got to pay myself pay the bank out of the rack, we're gonna go right back up for another 250. Good Lord. I love me some morning show dice throwing. It's just amazing. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Get your bets in. Dice are gonna be out. Here we go. Wow. Come on, baby. Let's get a point. Hey, 617 on the come out. There y'all go. All those minimum line bets get paid. Your $10. Take your $10 and get the hell out of my casino. There it is. 617 on the come out. That's 4 sevens. Look at the red on screen. 7 from yesterday. 8, 7, 5, 7, 7. Insane. So you know what's going to happen though, right? This is variance. We're in the middle of a variant here. You know that we're seeing all these sevens. Eventually, there's a 415, by the way. Eventually, the dice will catch up to that. It may not be this morning, but the dice in total will catch up to that, and the sevens will start becoming less frequent. Just that's how random works. It's the way you get to a bell curve. So there it is. There's your 415 point. Let's get your hands in, your hands out rather. Your bets are in. Here comes the dice. Give me something. Oh, for frick's sake. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Okay, it's 3 straight shooters. 617. Here's my last 250. So my working strategy, right? We talked today about like, hey, how are you going to play your first 250? Well, here we are at our last 250. We already got down to our last 250. I'm going to play this straight up because this is the topic for tomorrow's show is how to play with your last 250. But this is a perfect simulation of that, right? 3 straight PSOs. Good freaking Lord. Yeah, I see all these. Everybody wants more buy-ins because I'm taking all your damn money. That's funny. I have to actually fix this because I didn't put the 3-1 or the 4-1. So 415 and then a 617. Good. Look at that. 3 PSOs. Woo, baby. Let's go, man. We're all in. We're all in. Bets down, hands up. Let's do this. Let's get a number here. Come on. Let's make some money. This is like John on the Big AZ show right here. Right? 415. 415. Submit that. 415. There's your next point. All right. I'm going to take the white dice away. I'm going to go to the red Bally's dice just because, man, we have to switch this up. I should have done it in the comment roll. New freezing cold dice. Let's get something going here. Hands in. Get your hands up. Come on. Crapsy, do your thing. There it is. Crapsy's not very responsive. It's very slow. Here we go. Can I get one number? Are we going to PSO? Oh, look at that. We got a number. We got a number. The red dice come through. 6, 4, 10. Wow. 6, 4, 10. We did it. We did it. We got a number to play. Now what we're going to do in this strategy, we're going to double tap. We're going to take the boom and just stack it right on top. That's hit number 1. I'm going to use my Lammers to mark where I am in the rack. That's hit 1. Let's get your bets out there, your hands up. Dice are out. Let's go. Can I get a second hit? I can get a second hit. Look at me go. The red dice. The Bally's dice doing their job. 6, 2, 8, easy 8. 6, 2, 8, easy. Now, this is a question for tomorrow, but think about it now. 8 pays, $70, by the way. Our current strategy is to take and go all the way up. We're going to make that look like 120. So from 60 to 120, racking $10. Today, we're going to play our straight shot, our 250 across every single time. However, if this is your last 250, you may be playing this differently. This may be a case where you play these 2 hits that you got. We could have had $110 back on our rack by same betting there. So again, we're gonna press it hard. All right, let's do it. Let's get your hands in. Dice are out. Here we go. Hit number 3. Let's hope for hit number 3. Can we get it? Ooh, 639. 639. We do 6 and a 3. That's a 9. 9, Nina. And again, the $40 9 pays 54. We're gonna drop a nickel and get a dollar change. Press this all the way up. It's gonna look like 75, $100. Okay, so now our 9 is pressed up to 100, our 8's at 120, our 10's at 75. We have 3 numbers that have been hit and pressed. The next thing that happens in this strategy, one of those 3 gets hit, of course we're done. Actually, it's the 4th hit. That was the 9, the 10, and the 8. So it's 3 hits. So no matter what happens here, the 4th hit, we're out. Maybe we get lucky and have one of these hit it. We'll be happy down there. We'll cash it up. We'll look at where we stand and make a decision. All right, here we go. Hands in. Hands in, dice are out. Let's go. We got a 617. We get nothing out of it. Nothing out of it. 6 and a 1. 6 and a 1. Blew it. Today's not your day. We walk out of here with $5. That's our whole day. Our whole day's effort is $5. Let's pull it, Vince. Let's get a marker. And we'll do it again. Because that was ugly. That was very ugly. $40 there. All right, we're back out for $250. I'm going to take a $1,000 marker. So we're going to go $250, $250, $200. Everybody's going to the ATM machine. I know you guys are going to rebuys and craps. There's $250, 1, 2, 3. That's 4 times $250. It's $1,000. Let's put this back in the rack. Let's try it again. My goodness. This is like complete degeneracy here, going back into the ATM machine, but it's the morning show and I want to have some fun rolling dice. Can't just have 4 shooters take us out like that. We can't go down like that, like punks. All right, let's do it. Bets in, hands up. Coming out. New shooter coming out. 6, 4, 10. All right, we got a 6 and a 4. 6 and a 4, 10. 6, 4, 10. Let's get paid one time. Let's make 4 hits one time. All right, there's your crapsy payment. Excuse me. All right, get your bets in. Get our hands up. Here we go. 516. 516. Good. 516. I'll put in both places. There's a 1. There's a 5. That's beautiful. That pays $70. I'm gonna get rid of this 5 out of my rack and reset my counters. There's a $70 right there. Take the cap, make it look like 120. That's hit number 1. $10 to the rack. All right, let's get your hands in. Dice are out. Let's go. 6-5 yo. 6-5 yo. That's a wasted roll for almost everybody. 6-5 roll, unless you're a field or a horn guy. Complete waste of a roll there. Yo 11. All right, hands up. Bets out. Here we go. Next roll. Good Lord. Oh, yeah. 617. Wow, I can't today. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. I know my friend Dark Side is going to be like, hey, why are you so surprised by all the 7s? Why am I surprised by the 7s? I'm not surprised by the 7. I get irritated by when they come in such fast clusters like this, right? Which is the way that it works, right? I'm a broken record here. I'd say this all the time. You're lucky to get 2 or 3 shots up in here. You're very lucky to do it. So I'm not surprised by that. But it's PSO, 4 or 5 in a row. That's an aberration. And especially I get frustrated because I'm trying to have some fun with you all in the morning, and I'd rather have fun in a good way than you making fun of me way. So there's the 617. I did mark that in. Let's actually get your bets in. I need to pay the bank. I did. I just paid the bank. So we're even. We're down another 250. Come on. Let's collect money one time off this damn table, shall we? One time. 10. 6, 4, 10. New point will be a 10. 6 and a 4. 6 and a 4. There's our next new point. Look at the rolls. Yikes. Yikes. Here we go. All right, here we go. Dice are out. Random Randy gives us a 6, 4, 10. Woo! I'll take that. I'll take the 6, 4, 10. Thank you. All right, there's your 10. 6, 4, 10. That pays 50. We're going to stack it. Puck's going to be off. It's only like the second time in a row a shooter's made any numbers at all. Wow. Okay, here we go. You ready? Hands up. Hands up. Dice are out. Come on, Randy. Let's do this. 4, 4. Or 2, 2. Sorry, 2, 2. Hard 4. There's that. A 2 and a 2. That's our new point. There's your 2 2s. He says, play the come out roll. I ain't playing the come out roll, Victor, with all these 7s. There's no way I'm playing the come out roll myself. And again, I think it's again, you and I are going to have words one of these days, but here's the thing with the come out roll. Yes, truth. 1 in 6 chance that you hit the 7. No question about that. There's no difference in the come out roll versus any other roll. The difference with the come out roll is the rules of craps. Because I can throw 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row on the come out and just get whacked on the come out 7s. I'm not willing to put this money at risk multiple rolls in a row where I can lose it back to back to back to back. That's the reason why I don't work it. That's the only reason why. There are times where I do. If I'm doing a ladder system, then I'll work the come out roll, right? Because I don't care about that factor. I'm using ladders in my advantage. If I'm just straight up a cross betting, the come out roll is going to be it's the worst thing you can do. And that I can prove mathematically. There's too many, you cannot allow yourself to be exposed for 3 or 4 straight across losses in a row. You just can't do it. So that's the reason why I don't do it. And I can do a whole nother, we can do a show on that one of these days, but there's math behind this decision here. If I'm doing the bank street or I'm laddering up where I'm just playing against the 7 every roll, I don't care. That's when I work the come out roll. But in this strategy, can't do it. Here we go. 617. Doesn't matter anyway, does it? All that talk about it, and look what happens. 617. Doesn't matter. 617. 617. Golly, John. All right, another 250 out. We're just gonna donate our whole mortgage payment today. Now we're down 1750. Or no, we're down 1500. We have, yeah. Whew. Let's get your bets in. Here we go. Coming out clean. Coming out clean. 527 on the come out. Boy, good thing I didn't work the come out there, Victor. Victor, I'm looking at you. 527 on the come out. 527. And again, that roll, no different than the last roll, right? This is the roll. If I roll a 7 here, this is the reason why I don't do it, right? This is the one that would scare, if I was working the come outs, this is the roll that would scare me. Not the first one, the second one scares me. The back-to-back beatdowns on the come out. Okay, we don't get it here, which is good. We're on a hard 10. But yeah, I won't work it. I won't work it on the place bet. Here we go. Come on, shooter. Come on, shooter. I'm going to shake him up. Come on. Anything but a 7. Thank you. 426. Oh, and these got to be down, by the way. I'm sorry. I didn't take these bets down. They're lingering from the last time. Sorry about that. That's a mistake. Dealer error. 426 now pays 70. I have 20 bucks in the rack. Yay. All right, there we go. Boom. 426. Accept that buy-in. I didn't put the roll in yet, so I'll give you a second. Whoever just did the rebuy, let's put the 6 in, the 426. I forgot about that last time, so bad Johnny. 426. All right, we have one hit wonder over here. Come on. Here comes the dice. Oh my God. That's a midnight. It's a 12 midnight. Get your bets in for the next one. Non-productive, ugly rolls. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Hands up, bets in. Here we go. 4 and a 5. That's cool. That's nice. 5 and a 4. 5 and a 4. That's a 9. That's going to pay 56. I'm going to drop our nickel and get a dollar change. And that's going to bring this bet up to $100. All right, here we go. The 9's pressed up. The 6 is pressed up. Let's go, hands up, dice are out. Let's get our third hit here. It's hit number 2, keeping track. Come on, dice. 516, yay, we did it. All right, finally, we got some damn money. 516. Now, the strategy here, first time I can actually play the damn strategy, right? The 120 pays 140, and that's the pull down. That's when you're done in this strategy. You're coming back to base. Let's go ahead and take this and we'll get quarters out of it. Back to base, bring it back $260. That's the strategy, right? Turn 250 into 250, right? Double it up. That's the idea. If you can pull it off ever. We had not been pulling it off at all, to the tune of we're down still $1,500. So the choice we make here is this: as a strategist, you achieved your goal. You're on an ice cold freaking table, right? What do we do here? What do we do here? Do you stay 250 out and try it again, thinking that you're in a variant, or are these bets off until the next shooter? And that's your question. That's your question. What are we doing in this moment? Right? You're down, you're way down, you're in marker town. The safe play is to wait this one out, right? The mathematical play is to say, hey, you still have the same chance right now of repeating it, okay? So we did recover one of our lost shooters, which makes me happy. I'm gonna put this back at risk. We're gonna do it a second time. We're not gonna go higher than that. We're gonna go 3 hits and out, or 4 hits and out, or repeater and out, and that's gonna be it. We're gonna play it that way and work the strategy anew every time that happens. So we're gonna go from 250 to 250 profit, and then reduce and try it again. Here we go. Essentially, that's a free play if we weren't down by $2,000. And look what happens. Just as you'd expect. 4, 3, 7. 4, 3. So maybe we should have turned it off. I don't know. I think I'm short a nickel there. I'm short. I think it's got to come to the bank. I didn't reset my bet properly. I put on the 4 instead of the 5. All right, so now we're back off. We've lost 250. I've replaced it from my rack to the bank, so we're clean again. Let's get it going. Let's try and make 250. Come on. 516. 5 and a 1. 5 and a 1. There we go. 516. Let you get your bet set. That's our new point. Bam. Whew. Come on, baby. Let's do this. Let's do it. Random Johnny. 314. All right. I'll take that. A 314. Sweet. That's a 3 and a 1. Good deal. That's a $50 and stack it up. $50 and stack it up. All right. Let's get your hands in. Get your bets out there. Here we go. Next shot coming up. Come on. Wow. The day that I was doing the dark side strategy, I said, hey, let's go ahead and play my dark side, right? And we ended up destroying ourselves. How much money would that have made today? Wow, 437. Unbelievable. 437. All right, we're going to do it again. I'm either going to lose 2K, which is probably what's going to happen. There's my 250 from the rack. Same bets are out there. Or we're going to win $1 million. Here we go. Bets are off. Dice are out. Let's do it. Come on. 6, 4, 10. Our point will be a 10, a 6, and a 4. 6 and a 4. There's a 10, 6, 4, 10. All right. Get your bets out there. James says the dark side does not. It does not. The dark side, it can bleed you sometimes, which we've seen. And if you play it aggressively, like I play the dark side very aggressively, I go after it. You can lose this kind of money if you're being super aggressive out here. But generally speaking, you don't get crushed like this. This is a flat out Class A butt kicking right here. Here we go. Get your bets in, dice around. Maybe it's because I'm running Crapsy. I think Crapsy is making me have bad luck. Oh, you know what it is? Here, I forgot this. Let's do this right now. We're going to change our luck right here. I got something in the mail. And Joe from Craft Master Journey did the same thing. This came in yesterday's mail, actually. Can you see this? This is the new chip from Dice Dr. Dan. It's beautiful. It's purple. It's got his logo on it. It's got the Craps Clinic website. There's good luck charm number 1. The second good luck charm I got in the mail, both yesterday came. This is from a subscriber. I won't give you his name, but he sent me a chip from the Mirage. It's a $5 Mirage chip, and it's legit because it's got Siegfried and Roy in the back, so you know that they aren't even there anymore because one of them got mauled by that tiger. But this is a $5 Mirage chip from the house, so we're going to put that on the 12. That's going to be, we'll put Siegfried and Roy facing you. There we go. Dice Dr. Dan and Siegfried and Roy are going to change our luck. All right. So we have the 4 has gotten hit. That's hit number 1. That's going to change everything. That's going to change everything. Here we go. Get bets in, dice are out, and we have a 5, 4, 9, need a 9. That's good. That's good. 5, 4, 9. We're on our way. We're on our way to a monster, right? We know what's going to happen here, right? That's going to go, we're going to drop a nickel. We're going to get a dollar change. This bet goes from $40 to $100. In one move, we're at $100. Sweet. That's 2 hits. Get your hands in. Dice are going to be out. Here we go. Come on. Do your thing, baby. Nope. You guys can both suck it. Your good luck chips did not work at all. 527. Wow. Awesome. 527. Let's just give our last 250 again. This is it. This is it. We gotta make hay or get off the hay ride here. Here we go. Make hay or get off the combine. Let's go. Dice are out. Come on. Come on, Johnny. There's a 9. 5, 4. 5, 4, 9. Let's make sure that our bets are all properly set. All right, here we go. Excuse me. Hands in, dice are out. 6, 2, 8, easy. 8 easy, come on. Let's go. Good luck, good luck. Make your things happen here. Do your work, dice. 6, 2, 8, that pays $70, as we know. Lose the cap. Cover the bottom stack up. 120 on the 8. We have our gas money in the rack. That's cool. Get your bets in. Here we go. Dice are out. Come on. Hard 4. Okay, that's 2. Look at us. Look at us making 2 hits. 2 hits in the same shooter. I can't even believe we got 2 hits on the same shooter. Let's get the hard 4 logged in there. 2, 2. 2 and a 2. All right. That's going to pay $50 on the end. We're going to go ahead and stack that up. Now we have our 8 and our 4 pressed up. Looking for hit number 3. Can we get hit number 3? There's number 2. We have two bets out there. Let's go. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. There it is. 4, 3, 7. Wow. We got to stop it there. It's actually getting to be ridiculous. 4, 3, 7. Damn. I don't know why this thing keeps jumping out of here, but that was it didn't take the last set of rolls there. It was we had a 9, 5, 4, 9, and then we had the 2, 2, 4, the 6, 2, 8, and the 4. I don't know why my roll tracker keeps bumping out of the cursor thing. Anyway, we got to stop. That was just awful. Awful, awful, awful. My God. Dice Dr. Dan with the best advice ever. That's why you don't go to the ATM. 100% that's why you don't go to the ATM. Never, ever, ever go to the ATM. You walk up with your money, you play, and you get out. I only played longer than that because we haven't rolled the dice in a while, and I wanted to keep rolling and talking. Honest to God, you get you get hammered like that, you got to be out of that place. That was not a good day. But it goes back to my always point. Let's go back to the screen here. Where am I at? Come on, not that screen. We want to go here. We want to go, sorry, I'm going to go back here. All right. That was a thumping for sure. And my betting did not match my lot. No, it did not. Certainly not. And again, so here's the thing, right? That's a great little point you make, Victor. My betting does not match my toss. There was no toss. I was literally shaking them and throwing them as hard as I could. I was doing my best 5-5-5 craps imitation there. Do you bet different on random people? Well, that's the reason why. I mean, if you have any belief at all in the fact that somebody can do some sort of influence on the dice, that's why you bet 250 across on yourself or somebody who throws a certain way. You never bet like a maniac. And that's not even maniac betting. That's just going, we're going to try it 4 times. That right there keeps the casinos in business, right? Betting the same way on all the randomness with no protection. There's a reason why people love hybrids. There's a reason why people bet differently on themselves and why they practice throwing the dice. That's good evidence of why you don't do this. Now, again, variant. That was a huge variant we were in today, right? We had 5 or 6 PSOs. We had most of them were only 1 or 2 hits in there. The 7 was dominant in this session here. Later, you know what's going to happen. The 7 will become less dominant because the numbers will equalize themselves out. When you're at the table, when that happens, you get good. You can make it up. But that right there was a perfect example today of all the things that can go wrong. But also, notice that even though I said tomorrow we're going to play it differently on our last 250, getting down to your last 250, I just went out and did the same exact bet. This is, hey, I brought my money to try a thing. We're going to do our thing, and it's either going to work or it's not going to work. I go stop loss 0 for that reason. That 4th shooter could have been the one that made us back some cash. You just don't know. Only leaving it in for 2 shooters or half your money, to me, it's dangerous. And again, we'll talk about, at some point, Victor, we'll talk about the come out roll. Because you were saying work the come out, work the come out, work the come out. I'll do the math with you one day. Working the come out on place bets across is one of the worst things you can do mathematically. Over time, that will lose money faster than almost anything because of the multiple come out 7s. Will get you. Unless you're going to say, well, we'll get beat twice and then we'll stop doing it. Well, you got beat twice. You lost your money 2 times. Back to back. You can't lose back to back rolls if you're working the puck on your full across bet. That's the only reason why. I've done this in win craps too many times to know. I've done the analysis on it. If I'm working, like I said, if I'm working a ladder system where I'm just going roll for roll with the 7, there's a different mentality there. And then, you work the come out roll because you just don't care about the puck. You're just working 1/6 of the time you're going to win or lose. Different mentality or different bankroll management style than working it on your place bets. So anyway, that was fun. It would have made me money this session, Duracell, for sure. But in general, that's a bad play. In general, it's a bad play unless you're going to do what you're doing, right? Which is the double up on the losses. A straight up 250 every time and just donating will crush you. You'll get crushed. I've done the analysis on it. That's why I don't do it. That's the reason why I recommend it is because the rules of craps allow you to get dominated unless you're doing a bankroll move like you're doing. Right, exactly. Tactics and laddering beat that part of the game, right? But if you're not doing that, if you're just going to flat same bet what you had out, this replace your money, that's where you get hammered, and you're exactly right. Yeah, so that's the reason why I recommend people don't do it unless they're going to play a bankroll strategy. Anyway, it's 9:15, and I got to get to work. I guess I have a job, and they want to pay me for stuff. So that was fun, even though I got destroyed. We lost every single shooter except we lost 9 out of 10 shooters. But that was fun anyway. I don't care. It's fun to roll with you all. A little bit of team time, all right? So anyway, that's it. I'll see you tonight. I'm going to practice later on tonight. Let's see, I'll practice tonight throwing. I may do a daily paycheck later today, maybe over lunch. So if not, I will see you tonight. So anyway, have a great Tuesday, and God bless all y'all. See you later. Bye.